You think you're in control of this wonderful, enjoyable lifestyle, and there's a sort of moment where you are, but then what happens is that the lifestyle starts to choose you. That's the problem. Either you're dead or your longevity.
You're acting, you're doing an act for them. It's not really you. But you just feel that they need something, and they're giving it to you.
Because he starts to respond, and he starts to sing, and he starts to move, and boom, 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 boom.
Then no one's like me.
Singing rock songs and performing like you do could be pathetic. You are running, jumping.
But definitely running.
He's really a very honourable man, you know. I mean, under all that crap.
You start out playing rock and roll so you can have sex and do drugs. I'm not a control freak. I'm representing the bands in a way to make sure that they don't get fucked. And that's what I think my role is. Because people get older, they just want to stick in one thing.
We will all know that we shall never see anything like that ever again.
Nothing lasts forever.
Hey, Mick. Hey, son.
Is it hard trying to live up to this image that people have of Mick Jagger?
No, because I don't try to.
But your own image, Mick Jagger's image.
I don't believe in images. It's only press and media that like to have images because it's useful to put people into categories.
I remember talking to Mick once, and I said, "What's it like to be famous?" And he said, "You're not really asking the right person, because I've been famous ever since I was 17.
Well, how do you see yourself then?
Oh, that's the most difficult thing of all. I mean, that's what it takes your whole life to find out.
Mick Jagger, the dynamic frontman of the legendary Rolling Stones, has been defying expectations for decades. Even at the ripe age of 80, he continues to be a force of nature on stage, with his voice retaining its raw allure and his hips still exuding the iconic swagger that inspired countless imitations. So, what's the secret to his remarkable longevity and everlasting rock and roll vibe? Is it the rumored deal with the devil, or is it something more down to earth? It's easy to attribute Jagger's vitality to the sex, drugs, and rock and roll lifestyle that fueled the Stones' early years.
No matter what anyone says, rock on.
You're not the same person on stage as you are on the rest of the time. You have to be very, very, very egotistical. Because you're acting, you're doing an act for them. It's not really you.
What do you set out to do in your act?
Entertain people. Most successful entertainers have always been the most egotistical ones. All that ego is got rid of on stage.
You! Mick Jagger.
When I was on stage, you feel it very strongly, these people giving you this energy. And you don't really understand, you just feel it. You don't understand really what they're trying to say, what they want, what they need from you, what they need from life. But you just feel that they need something, and they're giving it to you.
I think Mick Jagger has this wonderful gift. He can make a huge stadium seem like a small room and make everybody feel involved. And that's the secret.
His magnetic stage presence, unique voice, and unmistakable swagger made him the face of the Rolling Stones.
Mick Jagger's Mick Jagger. He's the best frontman. I mean, he'd get up there and do his stuff and lay it on you, and he means it. What you see is what you get. You know, I mean, there's loads of facets and variations on him.
He knows what he wants, and you know when he knows because he starts to respond and he starts to sing and he starts to move and boom, 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 boom. And it starts, yeah, really enjoy life.
Then no one's like Mick. He has this charisma about him. He has this amazing energy.
Singing rock songs and performing like you do could be pathetic. That people say, well, he does very well, but anyway.
Do you like Bob Dylan?
Yes, I do like Bob Dylan.
I quite like watching his shows. I think it's quite fun.
But Bob Dylan is, you know, he's standing or sitting on a chair, but you are running, jumping, not jumping anymore, but running.
I'm going to be jumping, but but definitely running.
He's really a very honorable man, you know. I mean, under all of that crap.
It's not one of those. You don't earn a cent when someone does a song about having moves like Jagger.
That's right.
I got them moves like Jagger. I've got them moves like Jagger.
You start out playing rock and roll so you can have sex and do drugs, but you end up doing drugs so you can still play rock and roll and have sex. Yeah.
While their reputation for hedonism is undeniable, Jagger himself has adopted a more disciplined approach as he has aged.
Everybody you meet after you become famous is only interested in you as a person.
Forget anti-aging creams and snake oil elixirs. Mick Jagger's got the real secret to defying Father Time. Moves like nobody's business and a passion that burns brighter than 1,000 lighters. This ain't your grandpa's shuffleboard, folks. We're talking about a whirlwind of hips, a hurricane of legs, and enough energy to power a small village. Jagger's got moves that would make James Brown jealous and Little Richard blush. From the iconic hip swivel that launched 1,000 bad imitations to the spastic jumps that make you wonder if he's got springs in his shoes.
I think how if you're you know a lead singer in a band, you have to be an extrovert. And yes, you watch other people and you copy other people. You know, I used to look at all these James Brown clips and go and see him. And
There was a time, I used to pray.
Chuck Berry and all these people, and they had great moves. All these people that I adored, like Jerry Lee Lewis and all these, they had great moves. They did certain moves repetitively. He's gonna do this move. He's gonna stand on the piano. He's gonna kick the chair. He's gonna do the splits. He's gonna do. You know what I'm saying? So this is part of what it is to be a lead singer.
Yeah, but it's
The man's a walking, talking masterclass in stagecraft. He doesn't just dance to the music, he becomes the music. His body a living extension of every riff and drum beat. But it's not just about putting on a show. Jagger's moves tell a story.
Making a decision to dance, I couldn't have this music going on and not move around, even in these tiny little spaces that we had, in the early days. It was just the natural thing to do.
They're a defiant middle finger to age. a celebration of rock and roll rebellion, and a constant reminder that you're never too old to let loose and have a damn good time.
When I was much younger, I just did crazy things. I used to jump off the stage into the organ pit in these theaters and on my knees, and my knees would be like killing me, but because I didn't know what was there, and it was covered up in drapes. But I'd seen Little Richard do that, so I thought, well, okay, I can do that. If he can do it, I can do it. And so I used to jump off the stage. I used to run around the, I just could do absolutely crazy things that I hadn't rehearsed,
Watching him command the stage, you forget he's pushing 80. You just see a timeless embodiment of youthful energy. But Jagger's not some mythical creature fueled by pixie dust and pure rock and roll. Nope, this guy's got the dedication of a Navy SEAL and the discipline of a Zen master. He hits the gym harder than a roadie setting up amps, fuels his body with fresh veggies and lean protein. Although, let's be honest, the man probably deserves a slice of pecan pie every now and then. It takes care of his mind and spirit with a healthy dose of, I don't give a damn. That's the real secret, you see. It's not just about the fancy footwork or the ripped bod. It's about the fire in his belly, the twinkle in his eye, and the sheer, unadulterated joy he gets from being up there on that stage, belting out anthems for generations. So next time you see Mick Jagger shimmy across the stage, remember, it's more than just a dance. It's a testament to the power of passion, dedication, and a healthy dose of screw you, I'm doing it my way.
Now you got me drinking, started to stop thinking, the whole fucking ship is sinking.
What have you learned from Mick?
How to control things yourself, how to control yourself.
However, Jagger's endurance goes beyond physical fitness. His passion for music remains unwavering, as he continuously writes to infuse the Stones' evolving sound with fresh energy. Live performances are his lifeblood, with the stage transforming him into the timeless Jagger, shedding years and unleashing pure rock and roll fury.
I hear the sweetest sounds of heaven.
What have you learned from Mick?
Incredible flair and determination on stage and a command of what's going on around. And I've always admired that about him. Even when I know damn well that he didn't know what the hell he was doing.
I'm not a control freak. That must be really boring. It's not only about music. I'm representing the bands in a way to make sure that they don't get fucked.
Bless the Father, bless the Son.
Beneath the surface energy, Jagger possesses an intellectual spark. He's an avid reader, delving into subjects like history, philosophy, and current affairs. This intellectual depth enriches his songwriting, adding complexity beyond the typical rock and roll themes of rebellion and romance.
Hear the sound of drums.
Adaptability is another key to Jagger's longevity. The Stones fearlessly reinvent themselves, embracing new sounds and technologies while staying true to their core identity.
Well, rock music got to that level. It became this giant thing. Mick was running the show, and I think he's always run the show, and I think they're all happy that he did.
The band would certainly have their say in everything. And if they weren't particularly interested in having a say about certain detail, then I would have my say. And I would tell them, this is what we're going to do. Do you agree? And they would say yes.
I think he brings rigor, discipline, a 360 vision on everything. He's across all the detail. He tests every proposition. And to interact with him, you've got to stay at the top of your game. You've got to be in the A stream, really, to try and keep up with him.
He took control, and with Richards by his side, the Stones became a global sensation.
Mick's not going to let anything go wrong because he's in control, and you just can rely on him.
Now we're a bit that way now.
The word democracy is used to keep everyone, pacified, but you really have to have a strong leader in any organization. You have to trust someone, trust that they know better than you do. Mick's not going to let anything go wrong because he's in control.
More of a controller and an organizer than he knows. It's just what he is built to do. He wants to see this ship sail,
Someone has to be in control of an enterprise like this. Someone has to be the person that says, look, this is what we really should be doing. Now, people can disagree with you, say, well, we're not doing that, or we want to do something different. But I don't mind to be in control of certain situations. I feel that I'm confident that I know what I'm talking about.
Jagger eagerly incorporates trends from disco to hip-hop, seamlessly blending them into the Stones' sonic tapestry without sacrificing their signature swagger.
What I'm trying to say is that the Rolling Stones are many, many things. And one of the good things about the Rolling Stones is that they embrace a lot of kinds of music. Yes, they were a blues band. Yes, they were a rock band. Yes, they did things like Painted Black. Yes, they did like classic rock. Yes, they did dance songs. You have to push innovation a bit sometimes because people get older, they just want to stick in one thing.
In essence, Mick Jagger's enduring rock and roll spirit is a testament to the potency of passion. He doesn't merely sing anthems of rebellion and hedonism. He embodies them. Rock and roll is not just a phase for him, it's a lifestyle, and he refuses to be constrained by age or expectations. Jagger serves as a reminder that genuine passion keeps us youthful, whether we're 20 or 80. While the sex, drugs, and rock and roll myth might have some truth to it, it's only a fragment of the larger narrative. Mick Jagger's longevity is an intricate mix of discipline, passion, intellect, and an unwavering dedication to the music that keeps his heart beating, like a double bass drum.
Steel Wheels in '89 was the groundbreaking stadium tour. The Stones did the first tours of stadia. As they got bigger and bigger, 3 or 4 nights at Madison Square Garden wasn't enough.
One of my big jobs is to be a big show-off, really. I mean, that's really what it is. I suppose that's my job, for 2 hours to make people feel good, to bring people a joyous experience that have a great evening. And that's what I think my role is.
They did create the stadium rock show. The generations of people go to see the Rolling Stones because it's a bucket list item, it's a life experience, it's a rite of passage. That stadium experience was mind-blowing.
It's truly inspirational. They're the pioneers, they're the ones writing the story.
He stands as a living testament to the idea that rock and roll isn't just a fleeting trend, it's a way of life. And Mick Jagger is living it boldly and clearly at 80 and beyond.
The hardest thing in rock and roll is to keep a band together. Gotta keep the band together. Gotta keep the band together. And Mick Jagger did.
They're not going to end. They've been doing this since I was in 6th grade, and they're going to keep doing it till they drop.
Sometimes I think the Stones would go on without Mick or me, or something. It would still carry on somehow.
When they finally step off the stage for the last time, we will all know that we shall never see anything like that ever again.
And hey, if a guy in his 80s can still move like that, maybe there's hope for us all after all. Now, go crank up Jumpin' Jack Flash, grab your air guitar and let loose. Because if Mick Jagger can do it, so can you. Come on!
If you look at musical history, pop music history, nothing lasts forever.